Hello, and welcome back to Felis's Boeing 747 tutorials with stock server. Today I'm just going to be going over a quick bonus episode on the anti-ice protections of the airplane. We'll be working on autopilot later this week. So let's go into our anti-ice systems. So we have our window heating, we have our wing anti-icing, and we have our nacelle anti-icing. They're all located on the right side of the panel over here. So you'll find them all up here. Make sure that if you are going to be operating any of these, the weather should be below 10 degrees Celsius. And if you're passing through clouds or if you can visibly see ice forming on the airplane, that's where you'll get that ice buildup because of the condensation. So let's quickly talk about the heating system. So we have the window heating. You should probably turn this on the first thing that you get into the airplane. You're going to want to turn this system on. This is just going to warm up your windows, keep them nice and warm so any ice on the outside doesn't form. It's a very, very important system because, well, how else to land a plane without seeing anything besides auto land, which you still need to see with this plane. So you have all your window heat switches here. Actually, if you flip to override on the window heats, it's for reduced constant heat for window fogging. So you want to make sure to just leave them on normally, because I don't believe X-Plane actually supports those types of things right now. So just leave them on. You can do. I don't know what the power lights does, and the overheat test would work. You just push it to test if anything has overheated, but you do press the power test to see if the power is being sent to the window heat and it's working. Moving up the panel, we have the probe heat here. You can do a true air temperature test. So you can test your tats right there. We have a left tat and a right tat with a main, auxiliary, and true air temperature probe. And you're just going to want to turn these to on after you've turned the engines on. And you'll see no more amber lights. You should not see any amber lights on this during flight. We'll move up towards the wing anti-ice. Once again, this is that 10C operation, or 10 Celsius operation here. This is being controlled by bleed air as well. So I'll talk a little bit about the bleed air uses of the wing and nacelle anti-ice. But so when we're on the ground, we just hit ground test to test that the valves are working. And we go on. And if it detects ice, it will go valve, and it'll instantly get ready to begin heating those surfaces of the wing. Right up here we have our nacelle anti-ice. We'll see the nacelle valve open light come on. If I have greater than a specific percentage of N1, I believe it's 50. Let's try. There it goes, nacelle valve open. So let's actually talk about that for a minute, why that just happened. So the heating systems use a lot of bleed air on this airplane. So below 10,000 feet, it's wise to have 50% N1 at all times except for landing, and above 10,000, it's 45% N1. This is N1 we're talking about. N1 can be read, yeah, I believe it's right here. You have your N1, and you want to be above 50% N1 almost at all times with the heating system activated. By the way, if you didn't know, your N2 is back here in the engineer's panel. And then if we go ahead and move over to the oh god, I'm sorry, it's been a long day. I wasn't going to record anything today, but I decided to put something up. Right here, we have our windshield left and right. These are for our wipers, our washers, and our repellent. I don't know if the repellent actually works, but you just put on the repellent, and if there were drops forming on your windshield, it would actually almost clear away with the wiper. So you can activate the wiper, change the speed. I myself, this is a little rule I've set for myself with the wiper system. Don't use it above 180 knots because the airplane going above 180 knots can control itself. It can clearly do it itself. The water is going to just push over the windshield and push out of the way. But if you're taxiing, about to take off, climbing through 180 knots, make sure to turn them off or turn them on as you get below that. That's just the best. I've done that with other airplanes I've flown, like the 737-200 and the 737-800, the A300, all those airplanes. Um, so pneumatic demand on this is extremely high. So you want to be, when you're using this system, make sure that you're not going below 15 psi over here, which you probably shouldn't. But if you had some bleed air faults and stuff like that, then you don't want to be below 15 psi when doing that. Actually, I've realized this, and I had to do some research on it. So you can see the anti-skid hydraulics light is on our forward indicators panel, which is fine. That's because we have the brake on. But so if I went and hit test to test all the indicators and such, if I actually looked through these, one of them says low N1, which is right here. Low N1 will activate if you are 45 to 50%. So if you're, I believe if you're below 45 to 50%, N1 with any of the nacelle anti-ice is activated. And I believe that's actually it for this system, for your anti-ice actually, yeah. And then back here, just at the very back here, uh, your your leading edge. Actually, nope, that's for pneumatics. I was gonna say because I believe that was for our heating systems. I mean, some other things like the aft cargo heater controlled by your pneumatics as well, which you don't really need to worry about. That's a different thing. You just want to make sure that you don't turn your cargo into popsicles, as I've said before in the pneumatic video. Actually, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to be ending it abruptly right here. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. My name is Stock Surfer. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.